Yo, what's up, baby? This is Bert Watson, and you're listening to Radio MMA, because this is what they do and why they do it, baby, all night long, because they rolling hard, fast, and on the money.
Okay, guys, welcome back to Radio MMA, and we roll on. Let's bring in Yves. How's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We're doing fine, man. We're doing fine. So back in 2011, 2012, you really had a nice run going in the UFC. Since then, you've been on this win one, lose one, win one, lose one. What's it going to take for you to get a little more consistent?
I guess, like for this camp, I really dedicated my camp, like really went away from my comfort zone and focused on really like bringing my training to the next level. I think that should pay off,
You've been at this game for a long time, man, like nearly
Yeah,
15
definitely.
years. Is it 15 years about, would you say?
Yeah, definitely around that time. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so just talk about the change in the sport, man. A lot of things have changed in the past 15 years.
Yeah, definitely. Mostly weight cuts.
Right.
I started out, when I first started, I used to fight at 155, and, like people didn't used to cut weight and stuff, and now to fight guys that are my size, I have to go down to 135, so I think that's a major change in MMA game that happened.
Now they've come out with this new ruling about the IVs. Do you think that's going to
hmm
affect many fighters?
I think if it's properly done regularly, it's gonna definitely make guys fight at their own size, own weight classes. But hey, we'll have to see how that's gonna play out.
Okay, man. So how much longer do you want to continue to compete?
At this point in time, and I'm in great shape. Still feel good. I'm still competing at the highest level. So, I'm really taking it one fight at a time. As long as I'm allowed, as long as I'm healthy to compete, I will be competing.
Just talk about your opponent for this UFC Fight Night 74 card that's going down in Saskatchewan.
hmm I'm fighting Felipe Arantes, Brazilian out of Brazil. I know that he's coming down from a 145er, so he's probably going to be like a bigger, stronger guy. But I think the speed will be a factor for him, and also dropping down to 135 for the first time doesn't always play out. It's a chance that you take, and we'll see how that affects him.
Like you said, he's dropping down in weight. Plus, he's coming over from Brazil. Just talk
hmm
about fighting in Canada. Do you think that might play a factor into the fight? And does the crowd ever?
Um, Go ahead, finish your question.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, does the crowd ever play a factor into the fight?
It depends on who you are. I mean, if I base it on my experience, I don't really let the crowd do that to me. I focus on what I have to do, and also to have already have been fighting in Brazil. It doesn't there's not that much jet lag and so on for it to really affect you. It's a long flight, but due to I think it's maybe just like 1 hour difference or something like that. So it doesn't really make a big difference on the jet lag factor.
When will you be heading out to Saskatchewan? Do you usually leave like 4 or 5 days before the fight, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
yeah. I'm scheduled to leave on Wednesday, next
Okay.
Wednesday.
Very cool. So just talk about some of the guys in your camp that have really helped you get ready for this one.
Like all the guys at TriStar, I'm not gonna start naming names
Right.
because there's so many guys, and
Sure.
I thank each and every one of them for, like for their support and their help and everything. I think each and every one contributes their to their own way of either helping me with training or give me some good tips or you need some good support, great team members.
Take a few minutes and talk about what led you into a life of combat sports.
Since I was a kid, I've always been passionate for martial arts of any type. Like I wasn't that type of person that really started like one martial art and would follow that till the end. I was really like into, okay, this style has something different than the other style, and I always wanted to go from one to the other, and that's why I kind of did all my life. So when I discovered mixed martial arts, there you go, you bring them all in together, and yeah, it's a passion.
Obviously, you have some amazing training partners, GSP, the list goes on and on. But if you could have trained with anyone in the world, past or present, in mixed martial arts, who would it be and why?
That's a very good question. I've never really thought about that, because I think I think I have the best here where I am at TriStar.
Right.
Like you've named it GSP. Like, what else? Like I definitely would love to train with all these other undefeated champions. Like I don't know, you could Jose Aldo or Anderson Silva. Like all these legends
Right.
that like to get their secrets. Like, what's the secret to being an undisputed champion for so many years and so on? I've had the chance of actually had one of them as a friend, which is George, and I guess that's what I would go. I would love to get those other guys also.
Almost a month ago this time, one of your teammates, Rory, was in a complete,
Mm-hmm.
it was an instant classic, man. It was a crazy fight.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of that fight when you're watching it?
Oh my God, it was a hell of a warrior clash. All was missing was the shield and the swords.
Right. Yeah, just crazy stuff, man. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you long today. Just give me a prediction on your fight. How will it finish?
Oh, I'm definitely going for the stoppage on this guy.
Okay, man. Good stuff. Anything else you like to add, man?
No, just stay tuned. Don't miss that fight. It's going to be an exciting fight. He's a really tough guy, but I'm going to put him away.
Okay, man. I appreciate the time. Would you like to promote your social media or thank anyone?
Yeah, definitely. I check out my Twitter at Yves Jabouin, my Facebook, Yves Jabouin, and also my Instagram.
Thanks very much for doing this. Looking forward to watching your fight.
Hey, thank you.